Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're back with more MWS bits, and maybe not particularly MWS, but it's kind of MWS-y. This is the SAVIA PCC from none other than SAVIA. This one actually doesn't belong to me. So Jack in the Discord, known as Tainted to many of you, he actually bought this, got it last week, I think, and he said that when he bought it, he asked if I wanted him to send it to me to do some video bits, and I said, yeah, great. He did have a bit of trouble with this straight out the box, so we're going to take a look at it today. So we're going to open this thing up here. Oh yeah, I didn't put my, from the last video, I didn't put the sticker on, did I? If these companies send me stickers, I put them on. Not just anybody, because there's many companies that have, approached me just going, can I have a sticker on your bench? That is completely not related to airsoft or anything like that. So we're going to shove 6mm up here just because that's where I've got a bit of space. So the SAVIA. Now Jack has shipped this to me with everything he's got, and then he's included some other bits which I imagine he wants me to build for him. So there are bits and pieces that I said I'd do on the rifle while it's here. And if you don't know what the SAVIA PCC is, I think it does actually come with 2 mags in the box. Now, I'm not going to take all these mags. I think they're all the same. They're all 165s. They're all green gas, not CO2. So I'm not going to rip all them out of the box for no reason. What I will say about this SAVIA, now, what is it? Oh, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here, boys and girls. I apologise. The SAVIA is basically an MWS that's like a pistol caliber carbine, but it takes HiCapa mags. Now you can use TM HiCapa mags, or SAVIA do their own version of a TM HiCapa mag. Now this thing is incredibly light. I can't believe how light it is. I will at some point, because I'm going to do a couple of videos on this thing. I think I will measure these for you and let you know. And this funky little thing, I was actually going to buy one, and then I thought, no, I'll wait to see Jack's and see what it's like. It's a very unique looking thing. I tell you what though, it looks better in person than it does when I saw pictures of it on the internet. So this is none other than like an MWS gas blowback replica. You'll see if we pull this bolt out here, which is caked in grease. It's an MWS-ish bolt. The only difference is it has a nozzle that connects with a HiCapa mag instead of a normal MWS mag. Now there is a little bit of damage on the nozzle there, which I'm not sure what that's from. As you can see there, it's just a little bit scuffed at the front there. So we'll put that back in and put that back down. You've got a normal buffer tube like an MWS. It's got an M4 stock on it, normal AR grip. It's got a rail on it, which it fits with the aesthetics. I actually don't mind it that much. It's nice and slim. It's got a QD sling point on there. It's got all the M-lock that you need. You've got a 14mm counterclockwise thread up front here. So you can put on all your accessories, trace units, suppressors, kitchen sink. And we've also got an inner barrel that runs all the way to the end. Now the problem with Jack's was, there's 2 main issues I think he's got with this. The first one is his hop adjuster here broke. Now it is together there, so I'm not sure if he's fixed it or just pushed it into place. And basically this wheel came out. You've got a very weird looking hot rubber there, it's bright red, and an MWS style hop chamber. So the things that this originally came in for, I'm imagining this is still broken. It's just sat in there. I'm not too sure. I'll have to ask him. I don't like these screw type hop adjusters anyway, but it's here or there. So that was broke. And the other thing that he was having an issue with is no matter how he filled the mags, they weren't accepting gas. So we can pop the extended base plate off here if we tap that up, and we can slide that out. It's extremely light. It's a pinned system on the bottom here, and then you've got a screw which secures the bottom follower for the feed track. It's a very strong spring on there. So it's got no gas in it, so I've got a fairly fresh can of propane. We're going to put some gas in. And we're just going to charge this thing up. It is making filling noises. And what Jack was basically saying was no matter how long he held this down for, and he was filling other mags as well and they were fine, this mag just didn't seem to accept gas. And he said that people that he knows that have got the SAVIA PCC haven't had any issues with it. So it is pressurized. I'm hoping that hot wheel doesn't fall out. So you have to lock it back on the left hand side. So you've only got the one-sided bolt lock. So you're basically just doing the old trick of pushing it at the bottom. You do have a bolt release on the right hand side, so it is ambidextrous bolt release. Maybe I did that wrong. And then your mag release is on the right side. It is quite close. So if you look at how I'm holding it, you've got your trigger. You got where your finger would rest when you're not in the, ready to shoot. The mag release, like normally you'd have a mag release here at your fingertip, but the mag release is here. So you can actually actuate it, but you're actuating it with behind the back of like the first joint in your finger there, and the bolt release. So you're not using your fingertip, you're like using the middle of your finger to do it. So let's test the trigger. Not too bad. Not the best, but by far not the worst. Kind of feels like an MWS trigger. So we've got a mag filled with gas. Let's see what happens. Now, he was only getting a couple of shots out of it before it just didn't want to shoot anymore. So we'll see what's going on. Let's give it a bit of a dry fire. You can hear it dying off, but I think that was more shots than what he was getting. So maybe it's just these valves, these fill valves, and they don't like to fill at a high flow rate, and you have to hold it longer than what you think. Now we've shot it, so we've purged it of air, and we're just filling it up as much as we can. So let's get the box out of the way. We'll put his other bits in here so they don't go missing. So this is going to be like a bit of a build on the channel, but not a build for me. It's going to be a build for Jack. Let's get this tapped away here. So I have bought another gun, which you'll see maybe in the next day or two. I don't know when these videos are going out, you see. The schedule's all over the place. Let's get the box out the way. Got the mag, we've got it filled up with gas. We've got some 0.3 gram BBs. And these PCCs are becoming more and more popular. You've got a couple of different variants. You've got the Noveske Space Baby, which is very cool, but like a grand. You've got the Sekio one, which takes like an Uzi style mag, which is also like £900, about £1,000. The SAVIA, I think, is actually the cheapest. I think it's about like £200 to £300, so a lot cheaper. And it is a bit of a, companies tend to go for like Glock mags or SMG style mags. To my personal knowledge, not a lot of companies do PCCs for HiCapas in this format, like an M4 format. So I'm sure people do have HiCapa fed GBBRs, because usually you have stuff like this. The company tends to go Glock mag because that's, to me, it's a more realistic thing as what they do in the US. So 0.3 gram BBs, I've got propane in it. We can compress the spring on the mag, so it's safe for us to insert it with the bolt. Oh, the bolt is actually not forward, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to drop the bolt forward. The bolt is very smooth. We're going to get the chrono just to get a quick see of what it's doing. So we've got 0.3 gram BBs. It could just be a case of this is putting through so much gas that it's just, you know, eating the gas up like the GHM9. So we are at 0.4 joules on a 0.3. 0.4 joules on a 0.3. 0.4 joules on a 0.3. So, is this a case of the hop is on like all the way? Let's see if we can see what's going on here. That is very, very low. We just need to pop that BB through the barrel. We've got a flathead. What's that one? Yeah, there we go. So I'll try and take you along for the ride for this, but it might not focus. So I'm just going to have to look through with my eyes first. Trying to use that screw. Thing is, as you're adjusting it, you can't see. Yeah, I don't think that's actually doing anything. So that doesn't seem to be adjusting the hop at all, which is probably what he means by it's broken. Let's put it back together. I do like that they've got that like Sistema style put in there, because not a lot of guns do that with the MWS, where these just slide out all the back. So having that little notch where you can slot that in is nice. Let's put that back in there. So yeah, apart from it being really low powered, it does seem to, you know, function. It puts the rounds out. Let's put some shots through it. Let's do some auto. So yeah, Jackie, Jackerson, Muck Jack, Captain Jack Sparrow. I don't know what you're doing with this, buddy. Maybe, I don't know, something you weren't holding it down long enough. I don't really know. That was the mag that was open. It could be a couple of things. It could be your propane. I know he's using the Salva stuff. I don't recommend it. And it could be the way that these mags interface with the propane adapters. But you know, you'll see there, I've got the Jaeger Precision propane adapter, and that's what I've been using to fill it. The Jaeger Precision propane adapters are completely out of stock now. However, I am working on a version 2, and people don't need to freak out when I say version 2. There's just a couple of things that I'll be working on with these. 2 things of which we're going to try and increase the gas flow, because a couple of people are saying it's taking a bit longer to fill. And the most important feature that I'm going to be changing on these adapters is I'm going to be elongating the nozzle, just so it works with a few more magazines. There's a few people out there that have said it gets stuck with certain mags when, you know, you can't quite reach the valve, which is a fair shout. So we'll see if we can do that. But apart from that, that would be annoying when you tap in the mags up and it releases that piece there. And he did say that you know, when you're drawing this down, you can't actually get BBs in the bottom because the base plate blocks it. But if you just push up on this, you'll be able to pull this all the way down and get the right fill. So the good thing to note about these SAVIA mags as well, they do different colours in them. I think they do this colour and they do silver. They also do different lengths, which is why you'll see on the box it said 165mm or whatever. So they do short, they do slightly longer, they do like an in-between of this and like a 50 rounder, and then they do like the 50 rounder size. So there's tons of mags to choose from. But we're getting low on gas now, but I reckon you could comfortably in a warm environment get, you know, mag and a half, 2 mags out of that. So the SAVIA, I mean, this thing is pretty cool. I kind of want one, and I need to sort of rein it in and calm down a bit. So don't fret though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, what you think of this thing. I know this he did say that the stock it came with was cheap and ugly, so that's probably why he sent me another stock and a grip and a foregrip to put on. We're going to do some upgrades to it as well, which he's been helping me out shifting on some of my surplus replicas. So I said, you know, I'll put a load of bits in this for you. So we're going to do that. Maybe we'll do a hop rubber barrel, see what the nub's like. We don't know what type of hop unit this is, and we're going to try and see if we can sack off that adjuster. So either go with just like a normal MWS adjuster, or see if maybe we can get this other Max model hop to work. We are throwing another variable in the mix there with that, so perhaps that's not the most perfect idea. You know, what else could you want? You know, if you're into gas blowbacks, you can carry a lot more mags of these than you can with an MWS. I'm just taking the thread protector off there because I was hoping to put on a suppressor. I've got an STFU here. This is the prototype one, which is why it's silver, so don't get excited. But you can put your suppressors on there. You probably want to go for something a little bit shorter, but I like this. I like the rail as well. Jack was hell-bent on switching the rail out for something else, but I think it matches the profile. I think the only thing I don't like about this is kind of like the colour scheme, maybe. But Jack has said at some point that he wants to Cerakote it when the time's right. So I was asking him to start thinking about colours when he wants to do that, and we'll Cerakote it for him. So yeah, it's I've said this to you guys before. You know something's good when I'm constantly picking it up and playing with it. It's oh sorry, it's just a really nice, satisfying gun to like mess with. Yes, it's got kind of radical styling. Not sure why they cut this out. Maybe it's just because it was a blank space. They didn't really know what to do with it. The bolt is super smooth. You've got a good seal on the nozzle there, so I'm not sure why it's so low powered. The trigger unit is very MWS-like, but you have differences with the front end of where, you know, you've got the valve knocker and stuff like that. I'm guessing it takes normal style Z plates, but we'll have to look into that a little bit further. And for something that you can get, you know, I'm not sure where he bought his from. I think you can get these on JK Army and like WGC and 6mm and places. This is a very affordable replica. To be honest, it's probably almost as cheap, if not cheaper, than the Ghetto Blaster. So I honestly think this is a pretty cool thing. And I don't know, I'll ask you lot. Let me know in the comments below. Popular opinion. Should I pick one of these up for myself personally? Or should I just work on Jack's, get it up, all pimped up and Gucci'd up, and then send it back to him and never speak of it again? I'll let you guys decide on that one. Hope you've enjoyed this, the SAVIA PCC. It's a little bit more of an all over the place video because it's I suppose it's not mine. I can't really just, you know, mess about with it like I could normally. When it belongs to someone else, I always have like a bit more of a. I know I did just drop the mag, but I do that on everything. You know, guys know that. When it always belongs to someone else, I think I'm a little bit more respectful and stuff with how much I play around with it. But I'm sure Jack won't mind. But yeah, I think the issue he's having with the mags, I think that's a bit of a non-issue. Maybe the valves are just a bit clogged up from factory. I don't know. We'll strip all the mags and service them anyway. The mags are, again, insanely light. The gun's, you know, very inexpensive for what it is. It is actually quite a nice replica. I mean, for me personally, I'd be changing the grip and the stock. Yeah, I mean, this thing would look great, I think, with a PCC style stock. So maybe I should get one and put my 5KU sliding stock on one. Maybe that could be cool, and take it off the SLR and do something else with the SLR. Anyway, I'm going off on a rant again. This is going to be a long video. So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys think about this and if I should get one down below. Check out the links in the description below. If you're not, you know, part of the Jaeger Discord community yet, make sure you get on that and get involved. You know, we're always on there night to night. Yeah, we probably spend a bit too much time on there, to be honest. And as always, from me and Bench, we'll be seeing you in the next video. And I did get sent, someone sent me, I know this is a weird way to go at the end of the video, but someone sent me a bunch of these. Maybe they knew I had a sticker obsession. And they've sent me 2 packs of these. So I've got this pack and another pack. And the very nice person on the other end said that maybe with the secondary pack, we can just give away random stickers in all the Jaeger Precision Internet orders. So we'll just take a random, I mean, it's all like memes and stuff. It's obviously one pack, I'll be putting some on the bench and putting them all over my gun cases and boxes. It's just like, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, but yeah, if you guys want me to throw in a random sticker courtesy of a stranger on the internet, let me know in the comments below, and I'll just start sending you free stickers in your orders. And it's going to be, they're literally going to be at random. Maybe we'll have to implement something on the website, so if when you're making an order, you can do like a little, I mean, that's quite the sticker for us airsofters, isn't it? Or some people on the airsoft field. Maybe we can do something on the website where you can put a comment in and say, yeah, send me a sticker and I will. So a weird thing there, but I just thought it was funny. If I put all these on the bench, I don't think you'd see much of the bench. And some people do get, I know I'm going off on, this is like behind the scenes, maybe not behind the scenes, but after the credits type thing. Oh, that's a good one, because that looks like Loki. Some of you get really irate about the bench and about me putting stickers on it. And honestly, I'm not sure if you've got nothing else to worry about in the day, but it's not that bad. I just think it adds a bit of character to the bench, and you can follow my journey with the workbench over the years. And this obviously will, maybe it gets to a point and it's just covered with stickers, we'll just eventually just do a big peel off and we'll start again, but who knows. Right, I'm going to let you guys get back to your evening now. Sorry for keeping you so long. But yeah, as always, from me and a soon to be very stickered up bench, we'll see you in the next one.